Ladies and gentlemen, as I talk to you, the Ooni of Ife and the Alaafin of Oyo are having a serious scuffle. That they fight. And not be physically, that they get supremacy battle, right? Waiting happen. You see the crown of the Ooni of Ife and the Alaafin of Oyo, not be today, they don't fight. They have always had issues. Far back in the 90s, now this quarrel does start. Now, these two people are new, but they don't inherit the fight of their forefathers. Ooni of Ife wanted to give a title to Mr. Engineer Dotun Sanusi. Engineer Dotun Sanusi is the owner of Ilaji Resort in Ibadan. Ooni of Ife wanted to give him a title. Now, you see, when you give people title, you give them title based on your community, right? Like, the Alaafin can give you title of Ibadan land, so this of Ibadan land. Ooni can give you so this of Ife kingdom, But this particular title is not just a title of the kingdom; it's a title of the whole Yoruba land. So Ooni wanted to give the title of Okonlomo to Engineer Dotun Sanusi. Not be say he wanted to give her, he gave her the title of Okonlomo to Engineer Dotun Sanusi. Alaafin of Oyo say may Ooni of Ife revoke that title within 48 hours, which is 2 days. That him, the Alaafin of Oyo, is the only person who has the right to give a title that covers the whole of Yoruba land. Now the quarrel starts. Ooni of Ife say Oyo Empire is a grandchild to the Ife kingdom. So the crown of the Alaafin of Oyo is lesser than the crown of Ife kingdom, because the first king of Yoruba race is Oduduwa. Not being the first king like King. Before Oduduwa came, they were Yoruba people, but they were not called Yorubas. In fact, the word Yoruba is not a Yoruba word. If we talk that one, I go cause quarrel. It's actually a Fulani word. But long story short, before Oduduwa came, Obantala was king in Ife. But Oduduwa came and became the first sovereign king of Yoruba land. As I talk to you now, the two of them, they argue who get the word Kabiesi. Alaafin of Oyo say now Oromiyan, who is the first king of Oyo Empire, now bring the word Kabiesi. Ooni of Ife say no, say the word Kabiesi is actually an Ife word. Now once you take it out of Ife, other Yoruba dialects will call it Kabi or Osi, but the very dialect of Kabiesi is in Ife word, it's not from Ife. Now I come. Now let me give you a brief history of how the Yoruba race began. Nobody know how it began anyway, but the one we know from Oduduwa. The people of Ife, where the Yoruba people were, now only Ife they there at that time, they were having a fight. Obantala was king. They called on the gods to give them a helper. Oduduwa came. The Yorubas will tell you he jumped from the sky. The Benin people will tell you that his name is Osadua. He came from Benin. They know his papa has. Long story short, Oduduwa came. And Oduduwa was able to help them secure their land and give them victory. And Oduduwa became the first sovereign king of Yoruba land. Oduduwa gave birth to only one child. His name is Okombi. Okombi now gave birth to 7 children. The 7 children departed Ife kingdom and went to establish other kingdoms. The Yoruba Empire was wide into Benin Republic. Alaketu of Ketu, Benin Republic, is a son of Okombi. Ooni of Ila, is that how to call it? I'm forgetting. But Ila in Osun State, the king of Ila, is a son of Okombi. Oromiyan, who was the first Alaafin of Oyo, who founded Oyo Empire, is the son of Okombi. They went wide, But Okombi never became the Ooni of Ife. Why? He papa still dey alive, Oduduwa. So Oduduwa was Ooni of Ife. Okombi passed away before Oduduwa. So Oduduwa, his son passed away, but his grandchildren still existed. So after Oduduwa passed away, who now became king? Because the 7 children had gone far. In fact, Oyo Empire was now bigger and more powerful than Ife. So who now became king? Obalufon now became the Alaafin, the Ooni of Ife after Oduduwa. Don't forget, Obantala was king before. Obalufon is a son to Obantala. So they were now rotating in between the Obalufon family and the Obantala family. But Oromiyan, who has gone to become the Alaafin of Oyo, came back to Ife to continue his father's position as the Ooni of Ife. He was also the one that went to set up Benin Empire. Don't forget, Benin existed before. But Benin was not called Benin. They were called the Godo. That's another word. They had their own kings, but they did not call them Oba. They called them the Okiso. That's another story for another day. So Oromiyan, after I don't go or you're finished, come go Benin, go name them Benin and everything, come become the Oba of Benin, everything, come back to Ife and took over his father's throne as the Ooni of Ife. That is the movement you see till today. We produce this current Ooni. So who is the chairman king? Who is the number 1 king of Yoruba land? Yoruba started from Ife. But Oyo Empire at a point became bigger than Ife. But that was at a point. I don't know why the Alaafin is believing that he has more power than the Ooni of Ife. But from the small history we don't read, the first Ife and I born every other person. So now they are fighting over Okonlomo title where they won't give that to Sanusi. Alaafin of Oyo don't give Ooni of Ife 48 hours to revoke the title. 48 hours ended up, I tell you 4 days ago. Ooni no answer him. So they wait for what they want to do. Both of them are arguing now who has the word Kabiyesi. Arguments that I really think are not necessarily, because yeah, history and power is important, but can we fix the problem of the people first? The people of Yoruba land are going through a lot, just like every other land in Nigeria. So this whole drag of who is supreme and this, I really don't think it's necessary, but they are going to sort it. They are our rulers in Yoruba land.